Welcome to the 49th edition of Cool Tools, where I show you some of the most clever and useful things in my workshop. This isn't your typical buy this garbage you don't need video. What I show you will be truly useful in your shop too. And almost all of it comes from small family businesses that I really think you need to know about. So let's get started. Do you know the difference between a rotary tool that you pull out once in a while and one that gets used for nearly every project? The bits. Owning the right bit can make all the difference. Here's just one example. Let's say I want to join two pieces of baseboard or other molding at an inside corner. Now I could cut two 45-degree angles, but that will only work if my walls are perfectly square to each other, and they rarely are. So I might cope the end of one piece by cutting a mirror image of the mating profile, and then I can butt it against the face of the other for a tighter looking joint. That's called coping, and it's traditionally done with a coping saw. But that takes some time and a fair amount of skill. Instead, I use a rotary tool with a mushroom-shaped carbide cutting disc. So first, I cut a bevel on the end so that I can see the profile more clearly. Then I use the rotary tool to remove that bevel. This particular bit is ideally shaped for that because it's got a domed surface that gradually rounds toward thin edges. That makes it easy to follow both straight lines as well as all of the tight coves and beads that might be in the profile. I've tried other types of bits for this, but this one is definitely my favorite. Now as I work, I'm actually back cutting the end. I'm angling the bevel in the opposite direction. This allows for some small angle adjustments when it's installed and the two pieces are put together without opening up a gap. The coarse carbide on the bit removes material faster than a diamond cutter, yet it's going to last just as long. And it's not just for coping. I use the same bit for all sorts of trimming and shaping of wood, PVC, composites, you name it. It's one of the handiest bits I've ever found, and it comes from a small family business called Duragrit that is definitely worth supporting. As you know, I just like to support small businesses whenever I can. So seriously, get one and see how much more you end up using your rotary tool. You'll find a link below the video. Bo is another small business that I like to keep an eye on because they're always coming up with just really good ideas. They call this their pack of dogs, and they are some of the most clever work-holding devices I have ever seen. They fit in any 3/4 inch hole, 19 to 20 millimeters for our metric friends, such as you might find on a workbench or those MFT style tables. They're often called dog holes, and the pins that go into them are called dogs. But while regular dogs merely work as stops so your work won't slide on a surface, Bo's dogs hold in multiple directions because they expand uniformly in 360 degrees, locking them within the hole and creating both a stop and an anchor for all sorts of useful applications, whether it's holding work down for routing and cutting or sanding, or for attaching jigs and fixtures to workstations, or any number of bench upgrades. These guys are just really useful. They come in a set of 6, so you'll have enough for any application. The storage box keeps them well organized, but if you're a sustainer fan, the PVA insert fits perfectly in a Sys 3 S76. When I first saw these at a woodworking show last year, I was interested. Now that I've had them for a while, I'm excited about the possibilities. I'm not going to say game changer because that's an overused term. All I'm going to say is get a set. You'll thank me later. Last year, I think we agreed that the Klein 11-in-1 screwdriver was one of the handiest tools ever invented. As I said, I'm a firm believer that every workshop, every garage, every kitchen junk drawer, and every vehicle needs an 11-in-1 screwdriver. Every time I see one for a decent price, I just grab another and I put it somewhere else so it'll be on hand when I need it. They are that useful. It's deceptively simple. First, it's a number 1 Phillips screwdriver. Then it's a number 1 slotted driver. Next, it's a number 2 Phillips. Then a number 2 slotted. Now it's a number 1 Robertson, then a number 2 Robertson, then a T10 Torx, then a T15 Torx. Now it's a 1/4 inch nut driver, a 5/16 nut driver, and finally a 3/8 inch nut driver. 11 tools in one compact package that are there when you need them, wherever you need them. Now, if you grabbed one or two back when I first showed them, I'm sure you're already using them a bunch of times. But since then, an electrician friend of mine pointed out that there is another version of this tool that is even better. This version has a ratcheting handle, which is an obvious upgrade. But notice the difference between the two shafts. This version is not only more robust, It includes impact grade nut drivers in 3/8 and 5/16, so you can switch between hand driving and power driving. That's a big deal that makes this version a lot better. It's also made by Klein, so it's of high quality. I'm not saying I'm going to replace my other 11-in-1s. These are still great. But this upgraded version is going in my tool bag for the toughest jobs, and you might want to grab one too before they're all gone. I'll put a link below the video. I use a lot of Milescraft tools because they're a small business that makes clever ideas affordable for the average woodworker. Exactly the sort of thing I like to promote on the show. Their Euro hinge jig is a great example. It's used to drill and mount European-style concealed hinges for cabinets with or without face frames. It's so well thought out, you just have to see it. First, you use the red knobs to change the offset to match your hinge type. There are 5 common settings that determine the distance between the hinge cup and the edge of the door. Then you use the locating pin to set the distance to the top or bottom of the door at either 3 or 4 inches. And there are built-in gauges to set your bit's depth stop. That's all the setup there is. Just clamp it in place and you're ready to drill the cup. Milescraft not only includes a 35mm Forstner bit, but it's carbide tipped for years of service. I think that's a nice touch. And the drill guide ensures a straight and flat cup every time. I'm not sure you can mess this up if you tried. After you drill the cup, you can use the pre-positioned guides for perfectly locating the pilot holes that you'll need to accurately mount your hinge to the door. And the jig also includes a marking guide for the cabinet itself to complete your door mounting. One of the things that always impresses me about Milescraft is how they include everything you need. You even get a little drill bit for your pilot holes, and everything stays together right on the jig so it doesn't get lost. I just think it's always a great value. If you ever plan on making any cabinets, whether in your home or in your workshop, get one of these jigs now. It will be there when you need it, and it's going to save you a lot of work and frustration. Check it out at the link below. If you've watched Cool Tools before, you know I'm partial to ISOtunes Bluetooth hearing protection. I've explained why many times. Basically, I find that if I'm listening to music or a podcast or an audiobook in the shop, I'm far more likely to protect my ears when I'm making 1 or 2 cuts with the tool because I already have the protection on my head. These have saved my hearing. They come from a small family business too in Indiana, which I like to support. ISOtunes is running a special right now on 2 of their best earbud models. The Pro 3.0 is an all-over upgrade from the previous version with the latest Bluetooth technology and an extended 20-hour battery life, and they're nearly indestructible. Also, I like the wire ear hook design that keeps them from falling out because I have weird ear holes. The Pro Aware 2.0 is similar, except they allow you to hear more of what's going on around you because the noise protection only kicks in when the levels reach a certain point. That's a big deal if you work in a situation where you need to be fully aware of your surroundings. So the deal is for $20 off either of these 2 models, and it's only good for a few days. So use the link below while you have a chance. Your family will thank you someday for protecting yourself today. It may seem strange to get excited about a rubber hose, but if you know, you know. For years, I struggled with cheap plastic hose for my compressor. You know the stuff. It always tangles, and if the temperature gets even a little cool, it stiffens up and becomes nearly unusable. So I started buying good old-fashioned rubber hose from Goodyear, and I have never looked back. It is such a pleasure to use in pretty much any condition. It stays flexible, it doesn't tangle, it's super durable. I'm just saying, if you're fed up with crappy air hose, this is the stuff to get. I'll link to it below the video. I saved the best for last. For years, viewers have been asking me where they can get the hats that I wear. Some have even tried to steal them off my head at public appearances. Well, I bought a stock of them several years ago, and I've been hoarding them ever since. But the folks in the office tell me it's time to let them go. So we've put a very limited supply up for sale on our website, stumpynubs.com. These are high quality hats, and they come in 3 colors, but once they're gone, they're gone. I can't get this style anymore. So I recommend you head over there ASAP. I'll put a link below as always. That's it for this edition of Cool Tools. See you next time.